Should not every child get the right to adequate education? This was the thought that started Brown versus the Board of Education. This was marked as a significant victory in the fight towards racial equality through the means of education. This movement started in 1951 when Pastor Oliver Brown, along with other parents, filed a lawsuit against Topeka, Kansas Board of Education. This happened because their black children were denied access to the white schools near them. This would give the children better access to education and to supplies to help them grow and thrive in their education process. Separate equality facilities are inherently unequal. Most prominent case was the case of Linda Brown, a little black girl from Kansas who was denied access to her local neighborhood school, which happened to be an all-white elementary school. This meant that Linda would have to go to the closest all-black elementary school, which was 2 hours away from her. This meant that Linda would have to wake up very early, and her parents would have to drive her 2 hours to school every day and go pick her up again 2 hours and drive back home after 2 hours. She had a very long day. Her dad, Oliver Brown, was very tired of having to watch his daughter go through this. This sparked something inside of him that wanted a change, not only for his daughter, but for other children having to go through this. Oliver Brown was recruited by the NAACP to be a part of Topeka Legal Action to desegregate the city's public elementary schools in the 1950s. Before this, he was a pastor at city's Benton Avenue Church. He used his voice in his position to go and help instead of standing by and letting this happen to his daughter and millions of other black and brown children. He felt that they needed to receive their due education that all of them deserved. In the late 1940s, the NAACP began to start challenging segregation in school systems across many different states. The NAACP filed a class action lawsuit on behalf of the Brown family and other African American parents that argued that segregation violated the 14th Amendment. The 14th Amendment states, "No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States of America, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of the law, nor deny any person within its jurisdiction of equal prosecution in the law." The NAACP role in this case was to help the community and other communities and advocate for change for the children. The judge that was involved in this case, in the case for Brown versus the Board of Education, was Earl Warren. He delivered the anonymous ruling. The ruling paved a major victory for the civil rights movement at the time. And by the time the lawsuit was finished and filed, Linda, the little girl at one point in time, was now unable to go to the elementary school that her family had been fighting very hard to go to, because she had moved forward and had started junior high school. Though she was unable to go to the other school that she wanted to go to, the other children in her neighborhood and surrounding areas of Black and brown color were now able to go. Her family made a huge difference. The NAACP helped in this case. On May 17th, 1954, the Supreme Court unanimously decided 9-0 in favor of the Brown family and the other families that were represented in this case as well. This historic act still has created and continued to have relevance despite the passage of time. This remains a valid symbol of ongoing struggle for racial justice and equality, showing that Brown versus the Board of Education has given back to Brown and Black children to get them equal access to learning supplies, and bettering themselves in their education journey. Education is not only acquiring knowledge, but is also fostering compassion and understanding. Thank you so much.